Alright, well, today's kind of a different video. Uh, Today I'm going to be giving you like some suggestions on Pharah. Um, this gameplay is more of me just like telling you what not to do rather than what to do. So, like sit back, I guess, and enjoy. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start off on some Dorado here. I'm just doing a little bit of poke damage, trying to take care of the enemy Ryan shield, bring it down faster, so we're giving the shield board. Spam's okay. Don't really have to worry about that. Don't do this. Don't just look for tanks. I'm missing a lot of shots here, trying to go after this Genji. I could have killed a Mercy by then, the Hanzo, everything. But instead, I'm looking for the pick on the Genji. If you can't hit him, don't worry about it. Alright, as you can see, we're moving back up from the spawn. Luckily, I didn't need to do much here. My team had already taken care of it, so I was pretty much good. I was just gonna clean up the Hanzo. The thing about Hanzo players is, if you know they're coming, like if they know you're coming, don't get close to them. It's just bad news for you. You'd probably rather stay long range. Always go pick up your Mercy. Need that pocket. Okay. When you've been playing for a little bit, like me and my team have been, it's pretty easy to get that good synergy, so you don't have to worry about knowing when ults go. Like, so here, like I just knew he was gonna do it. Luckily, I built my ult just in time to finish them off. So try to work together with your team. Pharah really plays off when you work with your team. Don't let your Mercy die, and stay at a safe distance. As you'll see, like in the video, I like to get really close. That's just my playstyle. It's not the best option, but I seem to really climb with it, so I'll continue to do it. But yeah, try to stay farther back, do a little bit of spam damage, and if things get hot, you go in with your team. Now, one tip against hit scans: Soldier is never your biggest problem. It's always McCree. You're gonna find a lot of good McCree players out there who aren't gonna miss. So if I were you, I would find a really good Mercy main to help you out when it comes to that, or another DPS main. Or if you're running dive comp, that also works. Tell them to dive the McCree. But snipers are a whole different story. The thing about Widowmaker is she's usually far back, so it's pretty hard to get the advantage on her. So what I like to do is, here, I'll show you. Alright, as you can see, I'm hitting the test range, and I'm gonna show you how to take out Widowmakers. The thing about Widowmaker is, unlike Hanzo could be like mid-range. Widowmaker is better for long range because she doesn't have as much drop. So let's say that's Widowmaker, and we're the Pharah. Widowmaker is probably looking for picks, so you don't want to just float up to her like this. The best way to catch a Widow off guard is, what I do is I play from behind the piece of cover, shoot. Alright, if you hit her, go on, jump, and try to hit those directs. It's a lot easier if you catch them off guard. So trying to face them head on, you're just walking, like you're flying straight to her. This isn't gonna work. A good Widow will pick you off in an instant, so better take a different approach. From a lower cover than they would expect, you could jump, shoot, hit. But the thing is about that one is that you remain in the sky for a long time, so it could be easier to pick you off for them. Another way is to you could try not shooting first. It's risky though, because you'll have to hit 2 rockets. So a quick concussion blast to the side, and then a missile in their face. I missed, but a missile in their face will do it. So like concussion. Alright, another way to work on to get your rocket speed up to handle is to try to predict these spots. You probably already know where they're going, but try to hit the Rex on them. Alright, so just try to hit the Rex on the moving bots. It'll help you learn the speed of the rockets. Just make it a lot easier for you. There's not a lot of people say you don't have to have aim to play characters like Pharah, also like Junkrat, but having good aim and good prediction and knowing the speed of your projectiles could really pay off for you and your team. So try to become familiar with the projectile speed. It takes a little time, but you'll get used to it eventually. Another thing, flying with Pharah is relatively easy. You know, you hold the button and you fly. But there's a better way to do it. Pharah can stay in the sky indefinitely, meaning she won't have to come down at all if you do it right. So as you see, I start off floating. I'm going to go to the border of this map. I can't go out any further. You jump, take your finger off the boost key, and you keep going like that. She can float forever, so there's no reason why you should be touching the ground. I touch the ground because sometimes the hit scans are a lot to take in, and that's okay. You can, but really, you should have free roam over the skies because you can fly forever. I can go around this whole map and not touch the ground once. Yeah, so try and practice flying forever. As Pharah, you can go into a custom game and do this pretty easily. Now, tips for direct hits. The thing about direct hitting with Pharah, like I mentioned earlier, you have to know projectile speed. I don't know exactly how fast they travel, but it's more of a, like, when you see me flick, it's more of a feeling I get, like, just to try and predict where I shoot. I haven't played any games like this before, but I would have to, like, predict where the target's going to be. I played COD, besides Battlefield. I played a little bit of Battlefield, so if you're familiar with Battlefield, it'll be a lot easier for you. So the only tips I can really give you with direct hitting are learning projectile speeds. There's really nothing I can help you about with that. Well, actually, for soldier, the best advice I could give you is really, if he used his helix rocket, because the only thing that could basically insta kill you, get in his face. That worked. It just works for me. I just concussion blast towards him, and I'm just in his face, like all on top of him. And when he places his helix station, it's a healing station, that's when it starts to get a little bit more difficult. What you can do is like, if you're indoors, you can boost, and it'll hit your head on the ceiling. So it'll make it a more hard of a target for you. Try to fly in random motions, like just do random things like to throw him off. If you start moving in a circular motion like this, he'll catch on to that pretty fast. So try to do things to like tick him off. If you start to frustrate a soldier, their aim's gonna get bad, no matter what. So get in his face. If he places the station, the rockets move you. You can land a rocket underneath a soldier. It makes them jump. I don't think they get healing when they jump like that. From what I've seen, I haven't seen them get healing. So try to hit him underneath, and it will make him jump like so. Like you'll see, they jump. I think he has to physically be touching the ground to receive the healing, or like within a certain distance. So if you shoot it underneath him, he won't receive the healing, and it'll make it a lot easier to kill him because he's not getting healing. Each Pharah direct hit does 120 damage. So if there's a 2 HP character, you shoot them once, they have 80 health left. You shoot them again, they're dead. 2 direct hits kills any 200 HP character and any 250 HP character. Well, I think they might have a little bit of HP left, depending on if it's a direct hit or a nearby splash damage shot. Tanks. Orisa's pretty much one of the easiest tanks to take care of. it's like when a damage boost, when the damage boosted Pharah, literally it's like maybe 3 or 4 shots. Like it's not that hard. Reinhardt's pretty hard. So I'll show you. Give me a sec. All right. So as you can see, we're on Anubis. This is the attacker spawn. So when you're coming out of the attack, through any doorways on this map. Now, if you're running a dive comp, what I like to do is if I'm playing with a Winston and Diva, I'll say Winston, Diva, wait a second, I'm gonna boop the Reinhardt. Most likely this is the Reinhardt or an Orisa. Orisa's fatter, so she's a lot harder to move. And her shield like curves around the back, so it's gonna be hard to land a concussive shot. So what I'll do is I'll boost up at the choke, and I'll hit that pole. Usually that's where the Reinhardt's posted, right here. Or if I need to go higher, you can do that also, but it kind of exposes you. So try to play it like right here. So that guy back there on this podium, maybe a soldier or Widowmaker, can't see you. So then I'll just land a concussive shot and it'll boop the whole team down. That is probably one of the biggest plays that Pharah can make. You can do this on watch point, on the first point, like say if a team set up on top of the other, like the corner part, when you start to go underneath car wash, or if on what's another one, Route 66. Route 66, they like to sit on top of the diner, the gas station or whatever, on the first point, boot them off. You can make it like such a big play. That's when your dive tanks go in with your Lucio, and the whole team will just be in distraught. Like they won't believe, like, oh shoot, she booped us, we have to regroup. They're all spread out. Just focus them down, kill the hit scan first. Most likely, if you're doing a good job, they're gonna have 2 hit scans. Stay on Pharah. I know how weird that sounds, but stay on Pharah. Trust me. If they have to switch a comp to counter one hero, it's gonna hurt their comp. If they're running a Tracer that's dominating, but their whole team's getting killed by a Pharah, they're gonna like, Tracer, can you swap to a hit scan? And then this Tracer is gonna get upset, like, why do I have to swap? I'm killing the whole team. You guys are just getting killed by the Pharah. So the other DPS is gonna swap. He swaps their soldier. Soldier's easy. He's easier to play, so you most likely go up against the soldier. And then the other guy, he's gonna be like, okay, she's killing me now. I have to swap to a hit scan. They just changed 2 of their DPS heroes that no longer fit their comp. That's when you come in. If you stay behind cover, you can still do damage. Lijiang Tower, when you go to the center point, a lot of Pharahs like to fly high in the sky. That's when you get killed by a McCree. Don't do it. The outside, there's like little walls that you can hide behind. You can float up, get a little bit of poke damage on the DPS in the back line. Poke them a little, go down. Poke them a little, go down. Same thing on this map. 2 hit scans, nothing. Boop. Go on their team. The Mercy's probably gonna still be up there or whatever. She's gonna be floating. Target the Mercy. Boom. Mercy dead. Pushing. I don't like to fly high because most likely there's gonna be somebody here or somebody over here. So I'll probably go underneath the choke too. It could be bad, but yeah. So like that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Usually it's a lot easier to play with the squad. Pharah just operates better in a more controlled environment. That way she could make a lot of chaos for the team, like the enemy team. So try to find you a good Zarya main, a good tank main. See me, I have a friend named BDOS I play with every day. BDOS is a good off tank player, so he plays a lot of Zarya, a lot of Roadhog, a lot of Reinhardt sometimes. And then I have a friend named Genocide. He's a good Reinhardt main. I credit a lot of my climbing to my friend Memer. He helped me get from Diamond. So try to find you a good team. If you're in lower SR, it's gonna be hard to win games with a team who's playing Widowmaker, Hanzo, and a Symmetra on attack. I mean, it's possible, definitely possible, but it's a lot easier to do it with a full team. As you can see, we had a Torb on this map, on both sides, attack and defense. It's very well possible to win a game like that. Don't be that guy who walks in and just says, oh my god, he's playing Torb. He's throwing. I'm gonna throw now. Don't get tilted right off the back. Like, it's gonna be bad for you and your team. Try to be the positive guy. A lot of people get tilted. Like, I noticed this because it happens with me myself. When other people get loud, I start to get loud. And I'm not a very loud person. I just get frustrated very easily. And a lot of people do too. A lot of people are really aggressive. So try to keep a low tone. Try to be a little bit, a little bit quieter. Like, say please when you ask for things. Like, don't just be like, bro, can you please, bro, can you please swap to this character or this character? Like, don't come off so aggressive. It can pay off to be a little sensitive sometimes. Try to be a little bit more responsive. Like, being human is okay. You don't have to be this aggressive monster all the time. It's okay to be the nice guy. A lot of people underestimate it, but being the nice guy actually works in situations. I have friends that are Symmetra mains, so it's not bad to have a Symmetra main. Or have a Genji main who can't get a pick. It's probably because they're countering him extra hard. Try to help him out. Try to hit those directs in so he can just clean them up easily. Try to play around your team. It'll just pay off more in the long run. I appreciate you guys listening to the video. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Just remember, try to stay positive. Don't be toxic in team chat. Trust me, being the nice guy pays off in the end. And try to find your squad. It helps a lot. You won't have to worry about attack Hanzos or attack Widows messing up your comp. It doesn't matter if your friends are low SR. Try to be with them because you play with them more. You know who they play and how they play. It's just easier to read what they're gonna do. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, play nice, play Pharah.